Well, out here in the garage with Baz, and well, turns out he's not potty trained after all, and that's some delicious blue antifreeze. Yum. It's coming from above somewhere. And after a little poking around, wouldn't you know it, right down there on the cooling hose we didn't replace, right where that, it's the bottom cooling hose, or it's the bottom radiator hose, sorry, coolant hose, right where that temperature sensor is, there's probably an O-ring in there. Okay, so way down there, at the end of this cable, that's the sensor, the coolant sensor in the bottom radiator hose, mounted right in the basically the flange where it connects onto the radiator right there. So I did get a new sensor with the new O-ring on it. So what I'm going to attempt to do is pop that one out real quick, put my thumb over it, and pop a new one back in. Maybe. Plan? So, to get enough access, we're going to have to take the front stuff off here, on top of the radiator, and then we can take the fan out, give us enough room that we can get at the side of that hose. So, let me quickly just zip this all off here. You've seen this before. You got to remove the air box, this top cover, and then that should give us enough room to, and this front cover to get access to the screws for the top cover. And then one screw and a connector on the shroud for the fan. And then the whole fan and shroud will pop off, and that should give us lots of room. So let me quickly take care of that. Okay, T30, we got 4 screws along the front. Four more here. Sorry, those are bolts, these are screws. Let's disconnect the air box top. Again, we've been in here lots of times. 2 clips on the snorkel. If you need more details on this, I do have other videos where we go into detail about taking this all apart. But once you've done it once or twice, it's just so simple. There we go. Now I've got a connector here for the fan, electrical connector. And 1 screw right here. Oh, smaller. Is it 25? Oh, grab the wrong one, grab the 30. Oh, 25. Okay. Now, let's lift it straight out. And now we've got lots of room here to get to this. You can see where it's been leaking right out of that spot there where the sensor is. New one has the O-ring on it right there, which will sit down inside that black housing. So let me get prepared with the pan under here, and actually I think I put one under there already when it was leaking. Yep. Okay. Okay, let's just quickly pull this connector off here, make sure we got the right connector. Yep. Yep, that fits and clicks in. Perfect. So I'm going to use some silicone greasy and greasy this up a little bit just so it goes in as easily as possible. Time is money, and in this case time is coolant, which is even more valuable than money when it comes to the expensive BMW coolant. There we go, we're all lubed up. Okay. So this looks about the size of my thumb. So I plan on just pulling this as quick as possible and plunking a new one in, and we'll lose what we lose and top it up. So hopefully we'll lose a very minimal amount. Let me just spray this down because there's a clip we've got to remove too, and I want to be able to see that properly. Let's get some brake clean in there. Actually, there is no clip. The clip is these things here you squeeze in to get it out. So once the connector's off here, then you can squeeze these together, and that'll release the two barbs and let you pull this out. So in theory, we just squeeze these together and pull, and then we can put the new one in. It should face this way. So do we just go for it? Well, let's just do it. No sense farting around all day. Okay, it's coming. Oh, nothing's even coming out. You can see how badly crushed the old one was, the old O-ring. This one's much rounder. So let's pop the new sensor in. And reattach the connector. Tug test is okay. So the connector is actually what keeps these spread apart so the sensor can't come out. So we should be okay. Tug test passed. Clean up any more coolant so we know we're leaking or not later. Okay, the bleed procedure for the coolant, because we did lose a bunch. Let's turn the key on. Don't start the vehicle. Fan on the lowest setting, heat on the highest setting, and that'll start the circulation pump for the coolant. Okay, under the hood. Take off the coolant fill cap. Open the bleed screw and remove it. And then we add coolant until we see no more bubbles come out of the bleed hole, just fluid. So let's top this up. Okay, let's start it up and see what we get. Okay, now we can reassemble in the reverse order. Starting with the fan. There we go. 'Electrical connector, airbox / snorkel, clips. Five clips on the box, 2 clips on the snorkel. Four screws on the cover. And lastly, the front cover. Okay, and with that we are complete. Easy job changing that leaky coolant sensor on the lower rad hose. I don't know, that was maybe half an hour of me goofing around. So definitely an easy DIY, and you don't have to worry about making a whole bunch of mess. The biggest mess is actually rebleeding the cooling system if you have lost enough fluid that's actually needs topping up. So, and I had. Mine was a really bad leak, but maybe you didn't, and then this won't be a big deal. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys will tune in next time, and above all, I hope you have an amazing weekend. Ciao for now.